What's going on to all of my cancers? So, let's get into this. So, all right. So, for you cancers, all right, let's get into this. All right. So, for you cancers, we've got the Six of Cups, okay, Chariot, whoa, Three of Swords, Two of Swords, Four of Wands, Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles, the Sun, whoa, the Six of Wands, and the Hierophant. Wow, this is a strong reading. Okay, wow. So the Six of Cups and the Chariot, the Six of Cups, someone is already coming in, coming through, trying to say what up. Someone that you used to know from the past that you used to potentially even date. Um, they want to come in. They want to come back. They're trying to make, a reconnection of this past relationship that the two of you used to have. The Chariot represents Cancer crabs. So you showed up in your own reading. This is the yearly overview of 2023. So that's next year. So fastly or quickly approaching anyway. But the Chariot represents telling them nah. Telling them nah. So they're trying to come in, hey, what's up? Do you want to hang out? I missed you. I realize I want you back. Do you want to hang out? No. The Chariot is a card of stalemate. The Chariot is a card of learning how to let go of certain things. The Chariot is a card of resting. It represents resting, needing um, how to take some time for yourself. It's not a card. It's not a card of rushing ahead and thinking that you can take on all these projects and do what you do. The Chariot it represents Cancer crab. So one of the things that I do love about cancers, especially when they get it together, is their patience, because patience is a virtue. Patience is a skill. So whether it is that people believe it or not is irrelevant. It's still a fact. Patience is a skill. The ability to understand when and where the opportunities are, and the willingness to wait and to forego immediate gratification is a skill. And it's something that a lot of people do not actually engage in, especially when they should. And it kind of puts people in a very subservient disposition, or on a not a position where they want to be in, based upon the fact that they tend to make very fast-paced decisions before it was its time for them to actually take full advantage. But you have to be able to understand when and where the advantages are. That is proactive. That is neutral. It's not offensive, it's not defensive, it's both. Patience. It's called timing, right? That's why it is that Conor McGregor says timing beats speed and precision beats power. Precision is knowing what it is that you want, and what, the placement, right? Where the opportunity is. And timing represents understanding when the opportunity is. So the ability to be patient, when and where. And the thing is that the Three of Swords represents, because you told this person no, and you understand why. It's due to the fact that you realize that you can't trust this person. This person talked all that smack, all that disrespect, all that smack. It might have been a terrible breakup. So this is a year about people trying to come back in and apologize, and you, Cancer crabs, having to kind of stand up to them. Not with you don't have to be disrespectful, you don't have to be a jerk, right? But this is the year of you Cancers standing up to them and letting them know, no, I'm not going to hang out with you again, I'm not going to rock with you ever again because of you. And then the Three of Swords represent, again, when you and this person broke up, you got out of it heartbroken because these people didn't know how to act right. They were so dysfunctional. They may have even have said certain things to you That was very disrespectful. Obviously, you didn't like that. Then you have the two of then you have the two of swords. The two of swords and the four of wands represents this being a situation for you where the next thing that you got to do is also understand that what you've got going on here is what you've got going on is the ability to understand now that you're not going back to this one of these people, right? Or some of these people who are coming in because it's a yearly overview. But now that you understand that you're not hanging out with these people who you once dated, who's coming in trying to say what's up, you're not hanging out with them. You're like, nah, I'm good. Nah, the boundary line is here. You've created this boundary line, right, with these two swords. One of those swords marks the boundary line, your perimeter, and another one is what you defend yourself with if they cross that boundary line, because you're letting everyone you're letting all of these people know through your words, through your actions, through a combination of both of them, that you're not rocking with them. And then the things that then you get the four of wands. The four of wands now is trying to think, what does the four of wands look like? But hold on, what does the four of wands look like? Oh, I know what it is. The four of wands represent building of that home, the pillars of the home. I recognize that. And this picture is just floating in air, right? And then there's a mountain behind it. But I guess it's kind of the same thing. It's like a pyramid behind it. But yeah, it's okay. It's kind of the same thing. Um, so yeah, so and it's an American pyramid at that. But uh so what it's saying, so what the four of wands is saying is that that's old news. That's old history, right? It's old news. You don't want to deal with these people. You've gotten over that. You just don't want them to come in and infect potentially new relationships that you're trying to get into by them, elbowing in and talking about, who are you? This is my whoever it is. And chariot, because you cancers are going to be like, I'm not anything of yours. You and I used to hang out and we ended up not hanging out because anymore because you couldn't control yourself. So I can't really hang out with you because you wildin'. But that's old news, and you're going to let them know that it's old news if they ever butt in and try to tell you and try to, you know what I mean, claim you like you're their whatever. You Cancer crabs are going to let them know, nah, I'm not any of that stuff. The Four of Swords, okay? The Four of Swords is resting, right? So I got to start looking at the backgrounds on these cards too, just to know. So, I'm realizing that it's giving you clues, but in a different way. So, again, the Four of Swords, if you can see it, it has a home on it. So it represents, again, this is a time for you where you're, again, Cancer crabs, you're saying you control what you want. You have liberated yourself from the karmic cycle of repeating dealing with certain people in relationships. Trust me, Virgos have it too. Trust me. But you've done it. You've freed yourself from that, where you realize there is no need to continue, to take these people back because they haven't learned their lessons. They don't have a history of learning their lessons, and it's not up to you to teach them how to learn their lessons. That's something that they're going to have to learn to do on their own. And then things that then you have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles represents this being a situation for you where um the next thing for you to do is to understand that what you've got going on is, if people want to be in a relationship with you, want to get to know you, they have to actually put in work, whether it's friends, family, romantic relationships. Everybody wants to have other people put in effort, right? Who wants to be with somebody who does not put in effort at all? You're in a relationship supposedly with somebody and they can't even show you that they like you. They can't even tell you that they like you. None of that or any of it. When you hanging out with them, they always trying to see what limit you're trying to get at. And it's like you're not trying to get at a limit. They're just paranoid. And then you have the sun. You've liberated yourself from all of that. But the sun represents careful of being a little bit too joyous. You know what I mean? Careful of being a little bit too joyous because and dating a lot because there's a chance, I'm not even gonna lie, Cancer, there's an opportunity for you Cancer crabs to date a lot of people. And careful of that because it could be too many different personalities, that's draining your energy all at once. Because again, I don't know if you've heard me ever say this, but I've dated 10 different people within a given particular window. And was it exhausting to get to know all those 10 different people, favorite colors, likes, dislikes, you know, birthdays, birthplaces. I ended up having to screen a lot of them out. And it you will get a lot of people who are into you, and you will find out what I'm saying. Some of them, you'll find out that they're playing a role. Some of them, the two of you may have things in common, and to a point, but then the two of you end up having certain situations come about where the two of you have irreconcilable differences. And one thing that comes about that the two of you end up disagreeing on, they decide that they ain't gonna talk to you. Listen, there's a lot of things that go on in principle why it is that I ended up dumping a lot of people. Because for one thing, it's the idea that you can't fix your mistakes. It's the idea that, you know, you do something that they perceive as wrong, even if you ain't really do anything that was wrong. You may have yelled, not even at the person, but you yelled because you were dissatisfied about a particular situation, not even at the person and not even about what the person is doing or what they did, but you're showing that kind of anger with the person whom you're supposed to be dating, who you supposed to trust, and they don't pick up your call anymore. They don't pick up your phone calls, right? They breezing out from you, and you're like, how are you taking a break from me, and I'm not even saying anything. So the dating pool is trash like that, right? So you'll realize if you really keeping it 100, if you really trying to get out of the system of dealing with that type of dysfunctionality within the dating pool, you're gonna be a shark in that sense because and I know that I'm talking about this, but I'm trying to give you Cancer crabs some serious game for you to use. But you're going to be a shark in that sense because it's the idea of or the ideology of how is this person getting mad at you for you not, not getting mad at them. Again, you didn't do anything wrong. It's just a matter of they out here and they really tripping and they really freezing you out because now they feel like they good. Excuse me, they feel like they good off of you because you lost your cool, not even realizing that in a relationship you're not going to be always cool, calm, collected. No one is, because there's some things that are going to rack your nerves when you don't get your way enough times, right? Especially after you've been patient, certain things are going to rack your nerves. And especially if you're not talking about them or or this situation has anything to do with them, some people get mad at you. That's lame because what does that have to do with you? I'm not getting mad at you. I'm getting mad at the situation that doesn't have anything to do with you. Instead of those people settle down and offer their insight, what happens? No, what do? They turn on you. They get had to when I started to see so many people moved like that in relationships, Cancer crabs, that's a dub. I had to get rid of them too because I was like, nah, y'all. This is all over the place. And then you have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is again, the Six of Swords is that that's interesting. People who are going to be dealing with you, as long as you're learning your lessons and you're learning how to have that internal value, people are going to have to get real with you. And that's going to be a tall order for people, especially if they're fake. And the Hierophant represents, and because of it, right? And because of it, this is that's interesting. And because of it, they know that a lot you'll be able to see, Cancer crabs, that a lot of people faking it, and you'll be able to go through the process a lot faster because the threshold for being with you will become higher, not based off of demanding money or any of that stuff, but based off of the fact that people who are fake are going to have a harder time stepping to you and really getting anything out of you. You're going to become more difficult to, or that much more harder to control and manipulate, which is good. So let's clarify the Six of Swords. Told y'all I'm getting better. I told y'all this. So you have the six, to clarify the Six of Cups, I mean. The Six of Swords, to clarify the Six of Cups. King of Pentacles, the Strength, and then you have the Tower. So the Six of Swords is, again, you have so many people coming in. It's not, even with this person, after this person, the King of Pentacles, the Strength card, just tell this person what it is, that you're not coming back, or freeze them out due to the fact that they wanted to play all these types of games with you when you were in a relationship with them, when you trusted them. Now you don't have to trust them anymore because you don't have to hang around them because you're not in a relationship. And then the Tower. This is going to really catch these people by surprise at how independent from them you are, because they're going to realize that they blew it. Forget about it. They blew it. They lost their opportunity. They lost their shot. And they're going to be salty about that. Let's clarify the let's clarify the Sun. Let's clarify the Sun. Let's clarify the Sun card. Please give this a like. Please watch it all the way through. So to clarify the Sun, we have the Nine of Wands, the High Priestess, the Four of Wands, and the Magician. Wow. Okay. So the Nine of Wands represents, again, people from the past, you're done with them. People in the future that you're dating, you're going to get a lot of people that you can date. A lot of people are going to have a harder time trying to, or manipulating you, because the threshold, like I keep saying, to be in a relation, the threshold, what you're looking for is decency now, because you will have figured out certain traits within yourself that you realize that you lacked in yourself, as well as seeing in other people. So people are going to start to interact with you where they're going to think that you, Cancer crabs, want to hear this, that, and the third, but you're going to sit back, use that patience. You're going to sit back and see if these people are about it. It doesn't take a very long time to know if somebody is fake or not. You know, it usually really, it to really get a very broad understanding of who they are, it usually takes about a month, because they could be lying about certain things, downplaying it. Then when you go over at their house, their home is like a 18-room mansion or something like this, 20-room mansion, 10 bathrooms, or 7 bathroom thing, things like that. And you hanging around them when they say the things that they doing, also to know what it is that they've got going on, and then to see if it's true or if it's fake. Then you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is, you're going to be getting so many people caught up, in the sense that a lot of people are going to be into you to the point where they're going to be checking in on you, trying to see what you've got going on. The Four of Wands and the Magician represents this being a situation for you where you're not really going to care because you're going to be living your life. These people are just going to be kind of stalking you on social media, finding out what you've got going on, or some of them may be texting you every day trying to find out what you've got going. But you're going to leave a very strong impression on them. But let's clarify the Hierophant. So you have the Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, the Emperor, and the Star card. So the Queen of Wands, Three of Wands, excuse me, the Queen of Cups, Three of Wands is that, yes, you're going to have a lot of people waiting on you to get to know you, but at the same time, you know what it is that you want. And of course, you're not letting people, you're not giving up too many clues as to what it is that you honestly want. Now, you'll say that you'll ask them questions, right? Like you'll ask them what is it that they're into, but you'll really ask them what is the point of us hanging out, but you'll really sit back and see and let time go by and let them see around a month, around 2 3 weeks, what's going on to see. Because again, it doesn't take a very long time. If somebody is faking the funk, if they're trying to front like they're living in a mansion, and then you go to their home and then like it's an apartment or something like this, or it's a modest home, a modest house, you're gonna be like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, come on, the way that you was talking like it was a mansion, and you kept referring to it like it was a mansion, and but you'll be able to see. Don't ignore that. And then you have the Emperor and the Star card. The Emperor and the Star card is now, Cancer, this year, you can actually say what you want. You can turn people down and be like, nah, I'm good. You know, nah, I'm good, because you know why. Because some people going to be out here faking and fronting and false with it. And you Cancer crabs know that you don't want that. So how can they expect you to continue to hang around them if that's what they're doing? But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to make this YouTube channel to 3,500 subscribers by the end of January. As of right now, I have 3,443 subscribers. 57 subscribers left. Keep hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.